去超科学脱出，这次要用能力了，要用这个 Chronogenesis。You can look back in the past if it is within a time span of 5 days from the now. 5 days， 只能用5天是吧 ？Use PSI， 这么复杂呀 ？B 就是 down， 但凶杀是6天前。我操，这么复杂的！现在是10点 ，5 days before， 而且这个能力好像是一直能用的。那比如说看一下这个，它反正就是告诉你时间点了。那1天前的16点30分，1天前的16点30分 ，Use PSI。但男主只能看到这个时间的景象，他是不能改变什么东西的。这不算穿越过去，只是能看到过去发生的事情。I've decided which time to go back to. Now I just have to use PSI. Touch the screen. Look into your selected time frame in the past. 这就测出来了，不能点 B 的，这个应该是可以无限次用，来吧。Nothing stand up. Nothing stand up. Staff at Zenai. Executives estate split ink on the desk. Staff at Zenai executive collected the key. 我靠，这个作品还是有点意思啊 ！Collect the key 是哪里的 key？ 这个的 key 吗 ？Often used to hide things. The rotating part is now due to me. 那如果1天前16点半不行的话，1天前16点。然后一旦退回去了，你是不能切换视角的，就只能看这篇，没区别啊。有意思。A wind-up key. What's something like this doing there? Nothing stand up. 到这儿就结束了。Nothing stand out there. 一共有几个时间点？这个16点半之后应该都是一样的了，那也就是1个、2个、3个，但是不能回到6天之前，所以其实是2个了，也就是3天前17点之后跟3天前17点之后到1天前16点半之前，还有一个就是3天前17点之前，就这2个时间点，然后加上3个场景，一共是6个场景，这还是有点好玩，有新鲜感。相当于是有点找不同的感觉，没有任何变化。如果有变化，应该还是比较明显。16点30分发生事情的话，看来是一定要切换到16点30之前。你只要16点10分、16点20分都可以。这个游戏还是比较机械，毕竟是游戏。这应该是会有什么变化的，好吧？去笔记了。Pass. The ink hasn't been split yet at this time. Sorry. I didn't notice with the ink split, but a card stuck on a memo pad. Intense. 就是做这个游戏的公司。 I can bring something back to the present, but if this is still there, I should stop using PSI and check the memo pad. Touch the icon on the bottom screen to end the chronokinesis. Still there. 哦，本来就在的时候只是看不到而已。Now I know there was a scar stuck on the paper before the ink was split. If it's in the same place as it would, just as I thought, it looked like one piece of paper due to the ink. Kyojang, you noticed a card under that. You are so observant. Yeah. that wasn't quite right, but never mind. Magnetic card. 顺水推舟啊，其实现在你要去看这个17点前发生的事情也是可以的，但暂时还没必要。暂时只要把这事情解决就行。Looks like this card removed the lock. Let's see if there's any information relating to this room inside. There's a file here named door. Great, let's take a look. Regarding the door. If an error occurs with the electronic lock, turn off emergency power. The switch is located behind the bookshelf. PIN code required. Only use the wind-up key on the grandfather clock when the power is off. Power is off. Oh. An emergency exit can be accessed after the clock is wind up. Emergency power lock last used 3 days ago. 3 days ago? Wow, that's so cliche. 法语 But cool. Shall we look behind the bookshelf? Excessively complicated. I will never understand how rich people think. In any case, let's take a look at the bookshelf. A new note. Emergency switch turn off 是吧？现在没用的呀，那也就是说要切换到之前是吧？3天前，17点10分 turn off， 那就去17点了。这个时候应该还没有被 turn off。没有任何东西吗？这次有点找不同的感觉，没任何区别。那17点10分呢？还真没任何区别。等，哎，还真没任何区别。The books are in a different order. I should check the other shelves too, just in case. The books are in a different order. I should check the other shelves too, just in case. 还多了2本书。There are several books that are different from the books in the present. The books probably have to do with the hidden space behind it. There were similar books in this room. That's gotta mean something. Let's collect the books and see if we can open the hidden space. This book with a yellow label caught my eye when I looked into the past. It's a cover, not the contents of the book that is important. Book yellow label. 果断一看就是翻译的，因为它这个英文字母是全角的，不是半角的。为什么全角很奇怪？只要你用日文的输入法去输入一下字母就知道了。哇，看右下角 ，put upside down 什么东西？哦，我靠，还有上下。Take off green label， 还差一本蓝色的书了。这儿吗 ？The books don't look it. They have useful information for us. 我靠，超烦！ 左上我记得是绿色，应该反一反。左上应该是绿色啊，左上是红色。红上绿下，蓝下黄上。红上绿下，蓝下黄上。黄上。我靠，这好难记啊！红上绿下，就绿要反过来了，然后蓝也要反过来，应该是阿威吧？最后把蓝反过来就行。问题是蓝色的书在哪儿啊 ？Photo of submarine。蓝色的书在哪儿啊？没看到啊。哦 ，30 book. It's covered in dry ink, so I can't tell what kind of book this is. Shit. 肯定就是蓝色的书。对吧 ？A book before ink was split over it. It has a blue label. 好了，只要得到这个信息就够了。Take. When I looked into the past, I did see that it had a blue label. I remember this was in the bookshelf when I looked into the past. Maybe it has something to do with opening the hidden space. Let's try. Book blue label. 你不是能看到它是蓝色的吗？拿起来就看得到了。反过来应该是 upside down。嘣一声打开。The bookcase opened up. Now we can switch off the power and escape. 这么简单 ？Not so easy. Look at the switch. We need some sort of a password to access it. 也是4位嘛 The keys look randomly placed. Is there a clue behind that? Access denied. No good. Doing the math, we have a 1 in 10,000 chance in getting this right. 真的假的？啊，是。I wonder if that memo nearby has something to do with it. Probably. Let's compare the order of numbers on the memo with the keys. What's this memo? 想想啊。There's a load of numbers. Too many to enter it as a password. Maybe it's in a code. I should make a copy of it just in case. It will be convenient to keep the original where it is now. A new note has been added to a memo. Nice. 我就喜欢这种方便的功能。啊，这种就很方便了，就不像前作一样，最后还要专门拿这个 OBS Studio 的 Note 来做笔记。811426305G 啊，肯定是字母啊，这是 G。198067啊，6，这是7。98067了，然后142635674，198这一杠，然后1450362是5。Access granted. Success. Does that mean we've turned the emergency power off? Looks like it few. You did it, Kyosha. Now we can get out of here. I hope so. Let's hurry and check the door. 他不是要用那个钟，应该是不行的吧？钟还没用到，而且那个发条还没用到。We cut the emergency power, so it should open now. Smoke. Muddy, wait. Get away from the door. What's wrong, Kyosha? Look, there's smoke coming in from under the door. The corridor outside must be teeming with smoke. There has to be fire. If we open the door, the airflow may get us engulfed by the fire. But if we stay here, we will just get caught in the fire anyway. I don't want to be turned into bacon. Bacon. Calm down. Bacon or not, we need to think of a way out of this. Turning the emergency power off has provided us with another option, the emergency exit underneath the grandfather clock. But that needs a wind-up key to be removed. We don't have the wind-up key. Who designed this emergency exit that can't be used in an emergency? You have a point, but let's search for the wind-up key for now. Oh! Nothing is under the carpet. I'd hope we'd find a key. 这倒挺意外的。Hi. Using my arm, I can interfere with the parts I'm looking into. 也不行的嘛，怎么可以这么 bug? However, it has a limit. I can only touch things in my field of vision. In addition, I can only interfere with something once. Also, once I change the past, I can't change that the second time. The result of the first change remains. It's the grandfather paradox. Right, now I will hide this under the carpet so the staff won't find it. It feels like a time scar has been made. Alright, I should see if the wind-up key is now there in the present. 毕竟是科幻作品，所以不要拿这个太科学的想法去解释。There, by hiding it, the staff was unable to take away from the wind-up key. Good job, Kyo-chan. It's like you knew it was there all along. Well, I was the one who hid it there. Wind-up key. 结束了啊，差不多。这样的话，三章嘛，3个篇章可以完结。Wind up key, use。那有个地下通道的是吧 ？Sounds like something just unlocked. Let's try moving the clock. You did it, Kyo-chan. Now we can escape the fate of becoming smoked bacon. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's smoke down there. We should be safe. Please go first. We don't want you to get carbon monoxide poisoning. Alright, thank you very much. I will go first. Kyo-chan, what about me? Hey, what about me? Of course, you too. I just had to give priority to our client. Thanks. Hurry up and go now. 好，结束了是吧 ？See me later. Parascientific Escape. A certain day, 11:45 a.m. Ayana Detective Agency. Phew, I was worried there for a while, but we made it back in one piece. It really is a relief. 他觉得每完结一章之后，他不会告诉你下一章已经开始了，其实可能已经开始了。Q-chan, what's with that face? Why was it that we were locked up, but then we were able to escape? We used the emergency door. We used the emergency exit to get down a floor. Therein lies the problem. It was just a study with no valuables. Why all the precaution? The study had a door with an electric lock that had a hidden switch. And there was a hidden emergency exit behind the grandfather clock. Did the victim know he was being targeted? That's well. Tsukiko was about to say something but stopped herself. If I ask for more information, it may help us advance our investigation. 哦，对，这里不能存档。But was it right to force her into saying what she once kept secret? Should I ask Tsukiko for more information? Maybe later. I already know Tsukiko is being targeted by the killer. The Zena employee could have been targeted for the same reason. Was there a secret that could shake Zena and Amabishi to their core? I'm just speculating. Tsukiko hired me as her detective, not an interrogating policeman. I have to do my job, and anything detrimental to her is out of question. I have to think of her feelings. I wouldn't make her divulge her secrets. I will ask if it becomes evident Tsukiko is in immediate danger. If I can't ask Tsukiko for more information, there's no use speculating. As my father always said, Overtake your theories using your feet. Move. I should get moving. Search, investigate, and find more clues and proof. There's something I should tell the others before we carry on through. It's time I explain the ability I used back at the victim's house. Oh! Gop! My power is to look into the past and also change the past while doing so. That's what was bugging me all along. Kyo-chan, were you the one that hid up the wind-up key under the mat? Yes. But the wind-up key had been under the mat all along, right? Well, I suppose it would seem that way. The past changed when I hid the key under the mat, which means time rewrote itself onward from that point. So for you two, you'd have no memory of having no key to help you. It would appear to you as if the key had been hidden under the mat all along. 强行解释 I see. 你真的知道了吗? Do you really get it? Well, it's more like I see that I understand nothing. So then what happens to your memories, Kyosuke? You seem to have no problem recalling you hid the key under the mat. Yes, I remember all of that. However, there are limits to what I actually know. My past self would be oblivious if I rewrote the future or not. I'd be a time traveler, if I retained my memories, wouldn't I? Say at 10:30 I used my PSI to go back to 7 and hide the key. The version of me at 7 wouldn't notice, nor me at 8 or 9. But when time finally catches up to 10:30, I recall hiding the key. I guess you could say my memories connect, and the time axis does too. So the criminal's ability is potentially the same as mine. It also meant this could be the same person I've chased all this time. That's about it. Let's go meet Yukiya. He will give us access to other things. Tsukiko, it might be best if you could go somewhere safe for the meantime. The fire may not have been aimed at you alone. It could get worse. Yukiya would be able to arrange for a safe place, but it may cost a bit, but I'd like to come with you and help with the investigation. Tsukiko, I know how you feel, but that's not it. I think I might be useful to you. I'm also a psychic, you see. Are there really so many psychics around? I don't know how accurate this data is, but according to an estimate by Zena, of people in the country are psychic, including hidden ones. I usually hide my power. The way people look at you can be terrifying. But I felt it would be unfair to hide it after you told me your power. Honestly, you don't have to. My power is psychometry. Smisa, I know it will be useful to you. Please, can't I join the investigation? Let's use this PC as an example, if you will excuse me. Tsukiko softly placed a hand on top of the police PC. You were using this PC at 3 a.m. yesterday, weren't you, Kyosuke? You were researching a case from 5 years ago, a gas explosion, right? The fact I'd been up until late researching a case came up earlier, but only a psychic would know the details of what I was looking for. How was that? I think I can be of use. Please let me join you in the investigation. We will go together. What was my task again? That might be a problem. 这有什么区别吗? Psychometry would be used for investigation, but it would also mean the criminal has more chances to harm Tsukiko. It's going to be hard protecting someone while investigating, but resolving the case is the priority now. Tsukiko, please come with us and lend us your ability. Yes, of course, it would be my pleasure. Now I'd love a cup of coffee, but unfortunately now is not the time. Let's get on with our investigation pronto. Yeah, roll up your sleeves, everybody. I will do my best not to get in your way. Ah, that reminds me, do you have any problems working, Tsukiko? Working? No, none to speak of. In that case, I do apologize, but please be prepared. It's our style to go by food. I learned that from my father. Let us know if you need a pair of walking shoes. I will bail Yukiya for it. Kyo-chan, there's a pair of sneakers that I've got my eyes on. And I'm sure you've got eyes to look up expense in the dictionary. I get it. You enjoy being nasty to girls you really like. She had to get her priorities straight for work. Expense. Marty was really looking it up in the dictionary. Expense, is it this? I see. If my current sneakers break during work, a new pair can be bought under company expenses, right? Looks like she's come up with a cunning plan. Alright, let's do this. We will work till we drop. Your objective is to help the case, right? Of course, about 95% of it is. Both her honesty and dedication are virtues. Let's leave it as that. Solve, look around. 这个可以存档了，这应该第一章了。这差不多就先到这儿。应该是第一章了，试一下进第一章看会怎么样。只要不存档，应该没啥问题的。但应该会有个前情提要的，这个是比较烦的。每次你进一章会有个前情提要。11点45 ，Ayana Detective Agency. Phew, I was worried there for a while, but we made it back in one piece. It really is a relief. Kyo-chan, what's with that face? Why was it that we were locked up, but then we were able to escape? We used the emergency exit to get down the floor. 然后就一样了，就开头会有一点点区别，但是最后还是一样的。Therein lies the problem. It was just a study with no value. 一样了。好，那这期就先到这儿。撤都撤不出去了，那我要一个人看完了，撤都撤不出去了。